Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 131. And before we get into the main bulk of the episode, it is time for Day 4 of the 2023 Advent Calendar. For the main bulk of the episode, and in this episode I'm going to be looking at episode 29 to episode 32 of the Neighbours Reboot, which were broadcast from the 6th to the 9th of November 2023. So let's start off by looking at episode 29. Here's my review for that episode. The episode starts off with a previously recap and the theme tune. Reese tells Byron that she's been ordered by Tess to return to America. Reese also tells Byron she isn't leaving. Remy and Cara talk about Cara's relationship, friendship with Philippa. Dex is still angry with JJ. Andrew talks to Tony about getting the DNA results tomorrow. Sadie listens in on this conversation. Sadie checks in with Andrew and voices her concerns about JJ potentially being Andrew's son. Byron makes toast for him and Reese. Byron and Reese discuss their different families, including Reese's missing half-sister. Wendy questions Andrew about his actions and JJ potentially being his son. Andrew tries to reassure Wendy. Cara and Remy decorate their house with their belongings. Cara and Remy discuss how best to support JJ. Reese stands up for Byron to Tess. Reese tells Tess she isn't leaving. Cara and Wendy are still at odds. Dex hands JJ a box, not before dropping it right in front of him. Tess stands up for Reese to Paul. Tess declines Paul's offer of dinner. Susan finds Wendy crying. Susan hugs Wendy. Wendy apologises to Susan. Wendy explains her and Andrew's actions to Susan. Susan explains her relationship with Holly to Wendy. Tess spies on Byron and Reese. Tess warns Reese about her father's poor health and her relationship with Byron. JJ helps Remy and Cara unpack. Remy and Cara have an argument. Tess tells Paul she's leaving. Leo tries to convince Paul to get a hobby such as golf or archery. JJ looks at Mike's motorbike, which Andrew is currently looking after while Mike is in the UK. Wendy checks in with JJ. JJ checks in with Wendy. Reese tells Byron about Tess. Byron asks Reese to stay in Arizona. Byron compliments Reese. Dex empties a bag of JJ's belongings. JJ calls Dex a crybaby. Dex tackles JJ to the floor and repeatedly punches him. Cara and Remy separate JJ and Dex. JJ runs away using Mike's motorbike. The DNA results have come through and the episode finishes off with a coming up trailer. Right, so before I get on to the videos that I'm going to show you in a second, I'm going to do a little bit of explaining so it actually makes some sense. So, after the end of the fourth episode, episode 32, which I will be reviewing at the end of the episode, the week after, so episode 33-36 has been titled Flashback Week, which includes loads of returning guest characters, which I'm going to get to. But there's two trailers that I want to show you for Flashback Week, which when I'm recording it, I've seen 3 out of the 4 episodes. So yeah, you'll probably be getting that episode in a couple of days' time. But yeah, here is one of the trailers for the Neighbours Reboot Flashback Week.
If you want to fully understand, you're going to have to go back 2 years. Do you ever love me?
So sorry, I can't do this.
The reason we left Erinsborough, it'll all come out.
Here is the other Flashback Week trailer.
Neighbours returned with a wedding that had a surprising twist.
You make me so happy.
To find out what happened, we're going back 2 years.
What are you doing here? Oh my God.
Dad, can you really look Therese in the eye after what you've done?
Why would I believe a single thing that you say? You have made a very, very big mistake here.
Neighbours, 4 o'clock weekdays on 10 and 10 Play.
Next up is my review of episode 30, which was broadcast on the 7th of November 2023. This episode starts off with a previously recap and the theme tune. Cara and Remy tell Andrew that JJ has run away on Mike's bike. Has and Mackenzie spy on Byron and Reese. Byron catches Mackenzie and has out. JJ stops riding and throws the helmet onto the floor. JJ seems to be having a panic attack. Dex blames himself. JJ texts Cara. JJ only wants to see Cara. Leo tries to convince Paul to go on a date. Paul spies Byron and Reese getting out of the car. Leo stops Paul from breaking the law. Cara finds and hugs JJ. JJ would prefer his dad to be Andrew rather than the American donor. Cara takes JJ home. JJ apologises to the Rodwells. Andrew tells JJ that he's not his biological father. Haz and Mackenzie mock Byron being in love. Mackenzie tells Haz about getting together with Hendrix. Holly interrupts Mackenzie and Haz. Haz insults Mackenzie's pool ability. Paul meets up with Reese. Byron covers for Reese to Paul. The Rodwells discuss the DNA results. Sadie meets up with Mackenzie. Holly and Haz. JJ apologises to Dex. Dex tells JJ his martial arts skills came from JJ. Dex consoles JJ. Mackenzie watches Haz and Holly play pool. Holly asks for Mackenzie's dating advice. Mackenzie is jealous of Haz and Holly potentially getting together. Therese insults Paul. Therese rubs her relationship with Toadie in Paul's face. Mackenzie checks in with Sadie. Mackenzie gives Sadie some advice on forgiving Andrew. Remy explains her true feelings to Cara. Cara takes accountability for her actions. Remy and Cara talk about JJ's search for his biological father. Paul sets off the fire alarm to have a sleep in Reese's room. Everyone has to evacuate from the wall to hold Harold and Lasters. Leo searches for Paul, and the episode finishes off with a coming up trailer. Now, with the videos that I've just shown, there was also in the description, so on some of even this channel, so the podcast, some of them will have, I haven't managed to finish them all yet, will say, oh, if you like this episode, check out, as we do Neighbours, we use Neighbours, check out the Neighbours playlist, which will have every video that I've done about Neighbours. But in the description was the following, which were accompanied by some photos released on the Neighbours social media channels. So, tell all episodes are finally here. The look back episodes will focus on what's happened in Erinsborough over the last 2 years. Neighbours fans can expect to see the return of some of their favourite characters, including Takaya Honda as David Tanaka, Matt Wilson as Aaron Brennan, April Rose Pengilly as Chloe Brennan, Jodie Gordon as Ellie Conway, Bonnie Anderson as B. Nielsen, Jacinta Stapleton as Amy Greenwood, Olivia Junkier as Yashri Rebecca, Benji McNair as Mel Kennedy, Ian Rawlings as Phil Martin, Morgan Baker as Callum Rebecca, and Ariel Kaplan as Imogen Willis. Series newcomer Hannah Monsoon will join the show as Nicolette Stone. Don't miss the 4-day event premiering 13th to the 16th of November on Amazon Freevee in the UK, US. It's on Prime Video in like South Africa. Basically every English-speaking country, it's either on Freevee, Prime Video, and in the US, in Australia, it's on Channel 10. But yes, so the photos there. So we've got, I'll just do them. So I've read the synopsis. So the first one here is B. Nelson, played by Bonnie Anderson. Then we've got Aaron Brennan, played by Matt Wilson. David Tanaka, played by Takaya Honda. Then we've got Nicholas Stone, now played by Hannah Monsoon. Then we've got Mal Kennedy, played by Benji McNair. Then we've got Imogen Willis, played by Ariel Kaplan. Then we've got Chloe Breland, played by April Rhodes, playing Billy. We've got Ellie Conway, played by Jodie Gordon. We've got Phil Martin, played by Ian Rawlins. We've got Amy Greenwood, played by Jacinta Stapleton. We've got Yashvi Rebecca, played by Olivia Junkier. And we've got Callum Rebecca, played by Morgan Baker. Coming up next is my review for episode 31, released on the 8th of November 2023. The episode starts off with a privacy recap and the title sequence. Leo finds Paul Snoopy in Reese's room. Paul assumes Reese is an addict. Leo stands up for Reese. Leo agrees with Paul. Sharon talks to Nav. Sharon tells Nav that Melanie has moved house. Nav gets Melanie's new address from Sharon. Wendy gives some food to the Wagner Murphys. Remy overtalks Cara. Wendy tells Andrew that she has given some food to the Wagner Murphys. Wendy storms off. Now tells JJ that she wants to meet up with Melanie. Paul asks Jane to spy on Reese and to ask Byron for some insider knowledge. Jane stands up to Paul. Paul tells Jane that Byron has bought a car. JJ and Nell brainstorm the truth about the breakup of Melanie and Toadie. JJ covers for now. Jane talks to Byron, checks that Reese is okay. Jane investigates after Paul's interference. Byron catches Jane out. Jane tells Byron about Paul's evidence. Jane apologises to Byron. Byron tells Jane that Paul is gameplay. Has discussed it over Andrew's recommendation of banana and mayonnaise. Remy bumps into Andrew. Andrew and Remy agree to be friends once again. Cara and Andrew talk about Remy and Wendy's hatred of Philippa. Andrew asks Cara to read Philippa's diary. Byron confronts Paul over his accusations of Reese being an addict. Wendy finds Andrew with Philippa's diary. Sharon and Jane talk about Melanie. Sharon knows Eden. Reese talks to Paul. Paul seems concerned for Reese's well-being. Reese has been crying. Byron and Reese go on a road trip. Nell finds Melanie's new house. Nell gets knocked out by Eden, and the episode finishes off with a coming up trailer. Next up will be a clip from that episode featuring Nell and Eden. Next up is the last episode which I'm actually going to review in this episode, and that is episode 32, released on the 9th of November 2023. The episode starts off with a previously recap and the theme tune. Andrew gives Philippa's diary back to Cara. Remy insults Cara's cooking. Toadie and Jane nearly bump into each other. Jane tells Toadie that Nell's died of school. Toadie calls Nell multiple times with no answer. Byron and Reese talk about Paul's snooping. Byron is proud of Reese standing up for her family. Toadie and Therese ask various people about Nell's whereabouts. JJ texts Nell telling her Toadie's looking for her. Andrew tells Wendy that he returned Philippa's diary to Cara. Toadie tells Andrew that Nell is missing. JJ returns home. JJ insults Cara's cooking ability. JJ tells Ren and Cara that he knows where Nell is. Toadie, Therese, Holly, Haz and Andrew go to find Nell. Cara and Remy argue about Cara's previous actions. Wendy talks to Jane about Andrew. Byron and Reese are still looking for Reese's missing sister, Krista. Holly catches up Haz on Paul and Therese and Toadie and Melanie's previous relationships. Toadie notices Nell's bag. Andrew kicks the door open. Andrew and Therese time to calm down Toadie. Remy and Cara tell each other that they love each other. Byron and Reese find out that Krista stayed at a youth hostel. Holly and Haz find Nell. Haz offers Nell some water. Haz tells Toadie he has found Nell. Holly and Melanie meet. They both know Eden. Melanie knows Holly as Carl's daughter. Nell, Holly, Haz and Melanie return to Ramsey Street. Remy checks how Nell is medically and physically. Melanie asks Holly to talk to Andrew about Eden. Melanie asks to talk to Toadie and Therese inside. And the episode finishes off with a coming up trailer. Next up will be a selection of videos, which includes a clip featuring David and Paul from Flashback Week. We've got an interview with Yashvi. We've got a clip featuring Toadie, Therese, Has, Holly and Melanie. We've got a behind the scenes video featuring Toadie and Melanie. And we finish off with Robinson's Roundup.
Hi, my name is Olivia Junkia. I play Yashvi Rebecca, and these are my Ramsey Street revelations. Yashvi is back to fill in the gaps of some old eps. So she's not really back, it's more like flashback stuff. It's a little teaser, I would say. Okay, so I moved back to where my mum and dad was because I had a really bad accident in a car crash. Watch out, watch out! And Ned eventually went and met up with her wherever she lived. So I think she's having a lovely time at Ned. She's back in the force. I think she's in a lower role, something less active. But she's slowly working herself up and she still keeps in contact with Levi. Rest assured, Yashvi and Ned are solid. They are amazing. I have been living in the UK. I didn't get recognised that much in the UK. I did get sometimes, I got really random spots. Like I got recognised in Florence in Italy, which was bizarre. And then at like a swimming pool in Stratford. Yashvi, I think, will come and go. I don't know. That's it for me for now. So these are my Ramsey Street revelations and I'll see you guys soon.
Back again. Here I am. Mel's ready. Are you ready? Exciting, isn't it?
This is where we're going to find out where it all went wrong with Toadie and Mel.
So, that's it. I am done for the day. For a little while. Anyway, I know what's going to happen. You know. So you're just going to have to wait and see.
Oh, g'day you lot. Back to Robinson's Roundup, hey? Do you know, I thought that I got rid of Reese this week. As it turns out, she's staying.
I cleared my schedule to stay here.
Then unclear it, because I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going to rest until she's gone. You know that, don't you? And you know, I am sure that I spotted that young JJ on a motorcycle this week. What's he doing? That kid's a liability. Honestly. And I hear that Melanie might be back on the scene. Can't say I'm looking forward to that one. Although, I've got to tell you, you wait till you see what we've been hiding.
Can we go inside? I think you might need to sit down to hear what I have to say.
Well, that's it for the roundup. See you later.
So, let me know if you did watch the episode, what you thought of my reviews. If you didn't, maybe go and check them out on Amazon Freevee in the UK and the US, Prime Video in basically every other English-speaking country, and on Channel 10 in Australia. But, yeah, remember, so let me know that in the comments below. Remember, you can also like and subscribe. And that's it for the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 131. Goodbye.